It's been said that the most difficult step in a 1,000-mile journey is the very first. Hi, I'm Brent Haggerty. I work with Gulf Premier Sarasota, my YouTube channel, but I am a licensed realtor in the state of Florida, and I'm brokered with eXp, the largest online brokerage in the world. We have agents in every state in the United States, every province in Canada, and in dozens of countries around the world. I can therefore confidently say that wherever you are, if being in Florida is a part of your dream for your future, we can help you get there in 90 days. I can connect with agents in your neighborhood who will come to your home, tell you the fair market value of your home, get your home ready for listing, sell it there. I'll be here to greet you when you get down here. While you're visiting, we can make arrangements with some of my contacts, put you up in the Hilton Hotel for a very discounted rate and make you comfortable while you're here. I've been married for 44 years. I've lived in 26 different places on 3 continents. Now, if you find that amazing that I've lived in that many places, what I find more amazing is the girl that I married the day after I turned 22 is still married to me today. What a life we have had. But we've discovered, maybe the hard way, that moving is stressful, frustrating, takes a lot of time, effort, and money, and it puts a lot of strain on a marriage relationship. I want to help reduce some of that strain and stress and help you get relocation processes started. So today I'm going to introduce you to a friend of mine named Tony. Tony's in the mortgage lending business. I'm not. I help you list a home to sell. I help you buy a home if you've already sold your home elsewhere. But Tony will help you find the financing that you need, if you need it, to relocate when you get here. So we're going to just talk about some principles. We're going to introduce you to what we're called the New Jersey to Florida relocation campaign in 90 days. Now, again, I say you can take New Jersey out, put your state in, and the same principles apply. What we want you to do is get onto our Zoom calls, because we're going to be talking about your specific situation, guide you through specific things that you can be doing. We can do that. All you've got to do is take the information that's on this screen right there in front of you, reach out to us, contact us. We'll take it from there. You can be from wherever you are to this place that we call paradise, Sarasota, Florida, in 90 days. Come on down. Tony, I am so excited. Thank you for meeting with me today, because my clients are bugging me. We got calls from Massachusetts, Maine, California, Arizona. People are on their way down here. I got a client waiting for me today from New Jersey. They want to get out of the snow, want to get out of the ice, want to get out of the cold weather. I've been sending them pictures, and they're saying, hey, that's the life I've always wanted, and now my job allows me to work from home anywhere I want. I'm going to start living where I play and play where I live. So we've been working on a seminar. Tell me about the seminar of how to get people started. What's on your mind?
Here's what we do. We do monthly seminars. We set up a panel of professionals. It's a relocation specialist team from New Jersey to Florida in 90 days. And generally how it really works is we're basically a go-to company. We're a transition team. So we help the clients come from New Jersey to Florida in 90 days. And how do we do that? Well, it starts with just understanding. So we help educate the individual by inviting you into the panel. We'll have a panel of listing agents in New Jersey to help them through the transition. We have a mortgage lender on staff, which helps them with financing and just for the questions that they might need. We also have the specialist, which is you here in Florida, that allows us to show them around. But the biggest challenge is the how, right?
Exactly.
And it is a big step for people like you and I. When we first came down here, it was just going in blind. But I'll tell you, I didn't want to come when I first, that's a little confession. But my wife had it on her mind to come, and we've been here 8 beautiful years. It's been amazing.
Awesome. There's 3 things, Tony, stand out to me. A person needs to be proactive. They make the decision, and oftentimes they don't know where to get started. So we're going to get them started by giving them, here's 1, 2, and 3 steps. They need realtors on that end. Real estate is hyper-local. So what I know about Florida real estate does not necessarily apply in New Jersey. That's why we've got agents up there. They can help them there. Down here, I can set them up on the multiple listing search page. They can be sitting up in New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Indiana. They can be sitting somewhere looking on their TV screen, 75 inches wide, walking through each room in the house. Just getting started is the tough part. And what I like about it is, as my clients are asking questions, we're going to engage them, give them information. How long does it take for you to qualify a person? What do they need to do to qualify?
Well, it takes literally 15 minutes of about 26 questions in detail. But, to get to evidence of that will probably take anywhere from 24 to 48 hours. But on a quick note, part of it is just educating them and getting them pre-qualified. That can happen happen in a matter of 15, 20 minutes.
What I'm really excited about, Tony, is Lakewood Ranch has the 5th best school district out of 69 in the state of Florida. Sarasota has the world's best beaches. I'm talking about Siesta Key Beach has literally won the award Best Beach in the United States twice in the last 18 years. Just to the north of Siesta Key Beach, you've got Lido Beach. Yeah. Then you've got Longboat Key. Then you've got Anna Maria Island, Crescent Beach, Cortez Beach, Holmes Beach. You've got Bean Point. You've got some of the best fishing in the world.
Oh, it's just been amazing.
It's a paradise to live in.
And you know, we just to give you an example, we went to the doctor's office, which happened to be right before the island. So what we did was my wife went to the doctor and we took a lunch break over at the beach club at Anna Maria Island. And wow. I'll tell you, it took minutes to get there. We posted it on our Facebook page and we had an amazing day. And then we got back on time just to do whatever we needed to do. So that's the lifestyle here in Florida. As far as this area, you're talking about an area of about 40 to 50 square miles of just new development. Probably one of the largest planned urban developments in the country.
It's the number one coming out. Most sought after in the United States. 33,000 acres, 18,000 homes, 42,000 residents, and it's scheduled to double again in the next 20 years. So it's going north, it's going east, and it's going south. Welland Park is going to be another version of Lakewood Ranch in the next 20 years.
And I tend to like it because it's almost like Disney World on steroids, you know, in a neighborhood. Sense of effect, because what you see here is everything about it.
You know, you touch on a great point, Tony, because Disney World is an easy. Leave in the morning, go to Disney World. You don't have to live in that Orlando crowd. You can live closer to the beaches and enjoy that in a day. You can go to Busch Gardens. You can go to sports. They don't call it Tampa Bay for nothing, right?
That's right.
You've got the Devil Rays world champions. You've got the Lightning world champions 2 of the last 3 years. You've got the Patriots. Tom Brady comes down and didn't have such a good year last year, but yeah, they brought a world champ. Tampa Bay.
Well, this is definitely the Mecca. I mean, we're just in our area. You're 20 minutes away from St. Pete.
Yep.
Where they have the Major League Baseball stadium there for Tampa Bay. You're 45 minutes away from Tampa.
Yep.
You're about an hour and 45 minutes to Disney World. This is really the Mecca. And to even get to the East Coast, right, you're about 3 hours from anything on the East Coast.
People have been asking me about airports. We have an airport. There are 5 of the top airlines, but it's a little tougher to get a direct flight into Sarasota than Tampa. But what I love is if your flight accommodations don't suit you in Sarasota because you would prefer a smaller, just go up the road 45 minutes,
right,
and you're home free.
Yeah, and you get a lot more affordable pricing out in the bigger airports like Tampa.
Better airports.
But if you have the extra money to spend, you know, Sarasota Airport is the way to go because it's in and out type of a deal.
Love it. I tell my people, I live over in River Run, and I say, hey, when you feel the wheels of your plane touch the tarmac, text me, call me right away. I'll be waiting for you before you can get your checked-in bag out to the side.
It's really a different world from Newark Airport.
Oh, my gosh.
But anyhow, you know, the most fun part about flying over it and just seeing the waters, the turquoise blue waters, and the islands, it just really puts you into a mental state to where life is
fabulous.
Your blood is thinner here because of the weather. Everybody seems to be eating healthier. It's just a different pace of stress. There is none. In New Jersey, which I lived for most of all of my life, I had to move out to the country, but to get the city feel, I mean, it's a rough hustle.
It's tough. And let's talk a little bit about real estate. Not every home is going to cost you $500,000 and more. We've got condos, we've got villas, we've got single-family residence, we've got waterfront, we've got beachfront. But we also have some that are a little bit more like a starter home. So for $350,000, Tony, I can get people $350,000 to high threes, $390,000, get them into a brand new home, or we can get them into a home if they want to fix it up and flip it. So you don't need $500,000 to get started. Tell us a little bit about the first-time homeowner. They've never owned a home. How can you help them?
Well, it's just a matter of just getting a good 15 minutes to talk, to ask them some questions. A lot of it, there are some programs out there for first-time home buyer, which are government loans.
Right.
Which require 3.5% down. There's also some rural areas, which is a farm community, which they can qualify for, which is USDA agricultural loan. That's 100% financing. It requires no money down.
Right.
There are some closing costs that are involved. Florida is a little bit more different from New Jersey.
In what way?
Because there's a state transfer tax. Whenever you have a stamp deed tax,
Okay.
and there's also a stamp mortgage tax. So anytime that's re-recorded, they require to pay. They're in different brackets based on, but it's not as heavy as in New York or some of the boroughs in New York. So in New Jersey that doesn't have that. They do have the $1 million.
But you can also help people with FHA.
That's correct.
You can help people with VA loans.
That's right.
Correct.
That's another 100% financing program.
Tell me a little bit, Tony, I know that every case is different, but just in principle, what's the high altitude explanation of a 3-2-1 buy down, a 2-1 buy down, temporary permanent? What would you?
Well, that's a product that just began, only because the rates have increased. So it allows you to pay with fees to buy the rate down for 2 years. So, for instance, if you have a 6% rate, they can get it down to 4%. It would start
huge.
Yeah, it would start at 4% for the first 12 months. Into the second year, you would go to 5%, and then on the third year, it would advertise for the 27.
So it gives them 3 years to build up to a new normal on a mortgage payment. They don't have to make a sudden leap.
That's correct. It just helps out for what people are seeing now with the prices being so high. But in essence, we're anticipating hopefully that the market starts to adjust in the next 2 to 3 years, and through which they can refinance later on.
But in the meantime, some people don't want to or can't because the move is imminent for who knows what reason. But just to let them know that's huge. That's a huge help to me, Tony.
Yeah.
I appreciate your willingness to work with them and explain that. What other tips would you talk to a first-time homeowner?
The other tips that I would talk to a first-time homeowner would be just the fear. People get a perception of not knowing. When it comes to me, relatively easy. I've been doing this for about 23 years. When I recognize that, all of just education.
Yeah.
It's easier than what people think, Brent.
Right.
And sometimes when that happens, it stops them from being homeowners.
The analysis paralysis keeps us standing right where we are.
But to have them set up for guidance, even if they're looking 6 months out, a year out, just to be able to talk with somebody for guidance and understand now they're setting a plan, it's being in place. If they're following directions, they're putting it up on their board at that vision, and they're moving towards prosperity. And it's just as easy as that. The programs are available to help them.
Tony, a lot of my clients are saying, Brent, I live in Pennsylvania, I live in Ohio, I live in New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts. I don't know where to start. How can I get started? Where would you tell people to start as the mortgage lender?
Well, the first thing to do is just come into our panel. So we hold seminars, free seminars, in which we educate New Jersey to Florida in 90 days. How does that work? We have a panel of professionals that help you with the relocation. We are the relocation specialist team. And how we do that is we have a team in New Jersey that helps assist them along the way to be able to list their house and get prepared.
Yep.
We have a mortgage lender that will help them, prepare them for what's different in Florida as opposed to New Jersey.
Yep.
I know they have had experiences before, but we just give them the insight.
Yeah.
But part of it is just all of education. And then, of course, we have the hotel discounts, which you can provide for them when they come to visit Paradise.
Absolutely. I work with hotel managers. They say, we want your clients here. So they'll give me a really good discount. All I got to do is give me a call.
So what are the questions people ask? In the past, people ask about homeowners insurance. What's going on with that in the state of Florida?
Insurance is an issue in Florida. Florida is the most litigious state in the nation. There's a lot of insurance fraud, especially with roofing. I don't want to get into it. You just need the locals down here to say, how can I navigate the right inspections, wind mitigation, 4-point inspection on a home.
So those are required, right?
Those are required, and you don't want to cheat on that because a 4-point inspection, wind mitigation, and a hurricane roof inspection, it benefits you. It pays you back every single year because your insurance premium goes down if you can provide the documentation that you've had a really good home inspection.
And a lot has happened. I think the homeowners insurance in the last 3 years has probably doubled, if not tripled.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, and the reason is because, we are a hurricane state. They gave roof lives 20 years, and we're hitting the 20 years of when they originated that in the state. So with that, a lot of panic comes into place.
Yeah.
And insurance companies are just either closing and they're being state-run, funded by the state. So there's a lot of change in that. So it's important to know that your real estate agent will give you that information.
Right.
And the other thing, what I found to see different between New Jersey and New York, because if you close loans in New Jersey before, you're using an attorney. Well, here in the state of Florida, they don't use attorneys. They use title companies to close loans, and you, my friend, are the best representation.
So my neck's on the line.
Yeah. So it's true. So part of what I've seen the difference is that your representation here in Florida are your real estate agents. So it's just so important to be able to vet that out, because when people don't understand that, they can get attorneys. Attorneys do protect your best interest when it comes to that, but your realtor is the guidance.
Just worked with a client this week, was able to work with my broker, and the client actually came up with a way that made their mortgage work. It wasn't going to work without it, but we negotiated. Thank you very much for that help. And we just made it work this week, went under contract. So there are lots and lots of ways. The most important thing is, if you think you might want to, get started now, because window shopping is free. Won't cost us anything to join this seminar. There's no registration fee. Just click on the link, come in, sit down, listen, talk. If you want a private session, great. If you don't want anyone else listening in, great. If you don't want me listening in because you're going to be talking about finances, they can talk to you. Vice versa, real estate. So we've got the product, got the team ready to go. There you go.
So right on the link below, my friend, is the information. Click on that link. It's an active link. It'll put you in a registration, how to get in touch with us on the next Zoom call, relocation seminar. We can answer any and every question that you have, because you're going to be directly with us just like we are now. This is Brent Haggerty, Gulf Premier Sarasota. Thanks again, Tony, for being willing to help me out today. And I'm looking forward to working with you, because there are a lot of our clients that want to be here. They're just not here yet. So thank you, my friend.
Thank you, Brent. Thank you. It was a pleasure.